Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina. I'm your host, Tina Thompson, and I'm excited with the guest I have coming up because we're going to talk about an event for kids. And one of my most joyous things to do, I think actually ever in my life, is when I get to spend time with kids. And my mom babysits my nieces, and I don't get to see them so often, but sometimes I'll get to stop by. And my daughter was with me on this one particular day that a couple of my nieces were there, and the one is 4. And every time I see her, it's just like, when we run, I pick up each of the kids individually and I spin them in circles, and I'm so dizzy by the time we're laughing and giggling. Well, we played tag this day. It was a beautiful day outside, and they said, "Aunt Tink, will you play tag?" And I'm like, yeah. Okay, so FYI, kids that are 4 and 5 years old, they have energy that does not stop. And I remember that they don't, but until I'm in the middle of it, because I think that I'm getting healthier these days, and I've been running and I've been working out, and no. I had to create a base to say, this is base, because I was so tired and they were trying to catch me. Eventually, of course, they did catch up with me. But one of the things I wanted to share with you, I know last week I shared with you about a little neighbor girl and just the kind gesture and the kind hearts that our young kids have. So my one niece, I had run over to a pumpkin farm, Jamie's Pumpkin Patch, and I had brought back, my daughter picked out a couple little gourds for them. And so we gave it to them anyways. My niece did the most precious, sweetest little thing. I had hair that sometimes will be in my face, and she just reached up and she just did this, and she looks at me and she goes, "Your hair was in your face." And I was just like, I don't know why, that just made my heart smile. So the kindest of gestures, folks. Just do it and be it and make it happen. It could really brighten someone's day. I'm gonna be back. I've got great guests coming up. It's Down Home with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm a recovering addict. For 10 of the last 11 years, I've been struggling with addiction, homelessness, incarceration, and just loneliness. However, since getting clean this past year, I've accomplished more than I have in those 10 years combined. After attending outpatient counseling services, inpatient counseling services, living in a sober living house, and attending 12-step meetings, I've been able to regain control of my life and begin to achieve goals I've always dreamed of. Addiction can destroy lives in many ways. Whether you need help with childcare or financial assistance, everyone deserves a new beginning. Recovery supports are just that, supports for recovery. My life mattered. Your life matters too.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Colin Hietikko with me. He is the Marketing and Events Coordinator with Destination Downtown Lancaster. And Colin, I've known Colin now. When did you take the job on at DDO?
So, I've been with DDO for about 3 years.
So it would have been about 3 years ago. And I'm telling you, you see him everywhere. So if you've seen him out and about walking the streets, now you know his name. It's Colin, and he's always got a smile on his face. You are just go, go, go. And they're up until this year, I'm sure, because this has been a completely different year.
Yes.
No, Friday night bandstands and none of that stuff has taken place. It's been a bummer because I just want to go down there and get my own band and do my own dancing some days.
Me too. Me too. It has been so different. A lot of people see me as the marketing or the events guy, and they say, "Well, what are you doing right now? That you can't plan events." But really, our organization is working with the businesses and trying to do everything we can to help them survive this. So I guess now, instead of events, I'm really focusing on marketing and bringing people downtown to shop and all that stuff.
Colin, what have been some of the things you've been able to do and be creative to help these downtown businesses? Because yes, tough times.
Yeah. Well, right now, this is really cool. We have a gift card bonus program. Mm-hmm. So we are very thankful. Some of our board members have donated to this. So we have like a restricted fund to give bonus gift cards to anyone in the community who purchases a gift card from a participating downtown business. So you could go down to the Ale House, and as long as you purchase a $25 minimum card, you can submit your receipt to us through our website, and then we'll mail you a $10 card, not necessarily to Ale House, but you could say, I want it from Ava Jewelers, and then we would go and purchase that for you as a thank you for shopping local.
Oh, that is such a great idea. I mean, just to get folks downtown also, and there are some hidden gems still to this day. I know that there are some folks that are probably watching that have not yet ventured downtown yet.
Right, yeah, absolutely. And you can see all of that on our website, like I said. On the homepage, there's a big thing that says gift card bonus program, so you just click on that and learn about the shops and see where you want to go.
All of the businesses downtown, are they all part of DDL? And if not, how do folks find out if they are?
So it depends. Like, we have a district, and our district is probably larger than most people think. So like, you'll notice that Bay's Food Market is on the gift card bonus program, and they're like, that's not downtown. They're kind of over the hill, but they're actually in our district. So it depends on who. We have lots of members, but we let our businesses choose what events or programs they want to sign up for. And so on our website, you would see all the people who are participating in this specific program, and those are the people you can go and purchase a card from.
Very, very nice. It's a good idea and you can get a gift card at Bay Foods also?
Yes, they are one of the participating businesses. Yeah, there's close to 20, so you have lots of options, lots of places to choose from. Restaurants and shops.
Oh yeah.
A small local grocery store, brewery.
What is your website again, or Facebook page?
DestinationDowntownLancaster.com.
Okay, perfect. And are there any other things that you have been working on other than, I know, an upcoming event for the kids downtown?
That's right. I'm excited to talk about that. I would encourage everyone to kind of stay tuned to our Facebook and social media. We have an interesting version of the art walk coming up. I'm really excited about that. We want to connect the artist with the community, and so we'll be featuring some of our artists and having them on our website as well. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that we're working on is kind of behind the scenes. It's not events in your face. It's sitting down with the businesses and kind of navigating with them how we're going to move through this time.
Yeah. It's getting things out in folks' faces, but it's not them bringing their faces out to the businesses because of what's happening and what's going on. So, but there is an event coming up that I am also going to have Janet Muralt, who is going to talk a little bit about her piece of it, but you and the businesses with Destination Downtown Lancaster, in downtown Lancaster, they are going to do something on Halloween.
That's right. So for the past few years, our downtown businesses have wanted to pass out candy to the children, and this year the mayor said that we're having trick or treat, so we felt comfortable kind of letting the businesses know that they could safely pass out candy to children. And we are so excited for community members like Janet, who you're going to hear from soon, who are so eager, and they want to like bring positivity downtown. Like that's what we love. And so it's going to be perfect. Our trick or treat is kind of piggybacking on the trunk or treat, which you'll hear about soon. So we're just looking forward to it. We hope people come downtown, bring their families, dress up in costumes, and just enjoy themselves on Saturday, actually on Halloween, Saturday, October 31st.
Well, and really, I mean, when we look at all of this, it's kind of like we've been wearing masks now since March, and what have we done every year for Halloween? The kids love to wear masks.
It's perfect.
So it is perfect.
It works out well.
It's so smart, I really seriously think, to say, yes, we're having trick or treat this year because
Right.
the kids are going to want to wear masks. They're just going to want to wear the masks that they have had to wear now for months and to school and everything. So
Exactly.
no, I think it's going to be such a great time and so much fun. Colin, thank you so much. One more time, your website for folks to follow you all.
DestinationDowntownLancaster.com. Search us on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. We're everywhere.
And
So
if you have any grand ideas about wanting something fun downtown, you can always give them a call. See
That's
if
right.
you're all interested. Positive, fun, great things going on in our community. And I've got a gal who is very involved in doing just that. Positive, fun events downtown. In this case, Janet Muralt's coming up next. You're watching Down Home with Tina.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, and we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. My guest with me here is Janet Muralt. You've seen her on the show before. You're going to see her again. I'm sure of it. She's one of my dearest friends. She's also a business owner in town. And I know that I didn't plan on talking to you about this, Janet, because I know you've got an event that's coming up for October 31st. But just before that, you have an event. How many years have you been in business?
October the 24th. Colony Classics and Interiors has been in business for 36 years.
She told me this a couple of days ago on the phone, folks. That's why I was like, hey, you know what? That's right before the Halloween event that you're having downtown. But do you do something and celebrate your anniversary for Colony Classics and Interiors every year for the shop?
We festive decorate and just, you know, we don't do anything major, but I personally celebrate myself one way or the other. With my friends.
You should. And you know what? With that being said, Janet, you're one of those gals, and I love it because you do have a regular basis presence on Facebook, whether it be your personal Janet Muralt page or Lancaster's Talk of the Town. But you have not a problem, and I don't think any of us should have a problem, with buying yourself a little bouquet of flowers sometimes.
Oh, no. I think
celebrate
everybody
you.
should do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not expensive, and, you know, flowers are nature, and it's just, it makes you happy.
And we are our own nature too.
Yeah, we are our own nature.
Well, seriously, I mean, there are grocery stores around that sometimes those little bouquet of flowers, they'll go on discount.
Yeah,
So you
$3.
can- Yes, $3, and I'll be dag nabbit, you're worth $3.
Yes, you are.
So, you know what I mean? You are too, watching. So grab yourself a little treat from time to time and put it on your little kitchen counter or wherever you want, and enjoy your beautiful blossomed flowers.
Makes you smile.
Yes, it does. It makes you smile. So I just, when I see those posts, I'm just like, that's my friend. Yay, she's treating herself because she deserves it. So what we're here to talk about, and you had said about your gallery. Share with folks where you're located, because you are going to plan on having some kind of little...
Well, yeah, I'm located at 602 North High Street, right up the street from the park and the fairgrounds. And we, you know, people, I sometimes say we're Lancaster's best kept secret.
Yes.
But when people come in, they, how long have you been here? And then they look around and they just can't believe everything that we have in that little house built in 1921. Yeah. So
you have such a
lot
great
of fun
variety of
stuff.
different fun things, gifts, and gifts for anybody, teachers or a boss or a relative. Yeah, so or for yourself once again.
And we love to hang out and visit.
Yes, we do.
We sit with our clients and talk about what's going on and talk about their house and their kids. I just love it. It's just like home.
It is. That's
Just
where
like home.
I'll just walk in and we'll sit down in the one room, and sitting room we'll call it.
Yes.
And you and I will just have a conversation, and somebody will come in the door and they might join us, or
Yeah.
they might be there just to shop, of course. We're always respectful for that. So you never know when you might see me sitting there with
There you go.
Janet as well.
She's a regular.
Believe it or not. Not. But let's talk about the event that you do. You get your hands involved sometimes with different things going on in the community. And this one, you had the idea because of the pandemic and so much that hasn't been going on for several months. You decided to do something for the kids in the community on October 31st.
Well, actually, I have to credit this to my friend Deb Beavers, and she called me up and said, Janet, we need to do something for downtown for Halloween. And I went, oh, okay, I have no plans. So we organized a trunk and treat, and it's going to be in conjunction with Destination Downtown, where they have their trick or treat for the kids through the businesses. And everybody dresses up and brings their trick or treat bags, and we are going to block off North Broad Street from Main to Wheeling. And everybody's going to decorate the trunks of their cars or the back of their pickup trucks or whatever you're driving, and back in and have stuff for the kids. And the fire department's coming, bringing their hook and ladder. We want you to dress your dogs, bring your dogs, because we're going to have a best costume for dogs. And I think Gypsy Joe's is coming, and it's just starting to flourish. So.
You know what? We need a trunk for puppies, for the puppies to visit.
Yeah.
And I know some folks are very, very particular about it, but
Yeah.
maybe that could be something that I do.
It could be.
As I'm sitting here thinking about it. You know, I'm very particular, Janet, with the treats that I give my own dog.
Yeah.
And maybe if I just come up with some kind of idea, oh, I've said it, now I'm going to do it. But something else I want to do is I want to dress up. So I want to be one of three of which is a Hocus Pocus. And I might need another one. So if somebody might think they may be interested in being the dark-haired, I'm not doing the dark-haired because I've lost a Hocus Pocus witch. She's really busy that day. No, truth be honestly, I do. I do have a friend that is going to be, I want to be Bette Midler so bad. I think that's just what it all boils down to.
I know.
I just want to be Bette Midler, but I will not sing.
Zany.
No. So what are some of the things that you need for this trunk and treat?
I need people that want to get involved.
Okay.
You know, I need people that want to bring their cars in and decorate their trunks, because we're giving a prize out for the best decorated car.
You are.
And we're giving a prize out for the best decorated dog. And my friend Jay Matlin actually brought me a big box of Frisbees, and we were going to use it for a project I'm doing for the Lancaster Fairfield County Humane, or the Fairfield County Humane Society, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you know, there's so many of them. I think there was 100. I think we're going to take them downtown and pass those out to the dogs.
Oh,
So
nice.
each dog gets a Frisbee.
Oh, yay.
Thank
So
you, Jay.
You can bring your human child or a furry
Your
one.
furry one. Yes, your four-legged baby.
That's right, your fur babies.
Yeah.
Janet, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing what you do in the community, and I know I
Oh.
see that for many other folks too.
It's
I
fun.
see on Facebook how appreciative many are that you do what you do, and thanks to you folks who will join in that day. I'm thanking you in advance because I'm certain it's going to be a successful
Please spread the word.
and fun event. That is very important. Yes.
Contact me on Facebook.
Please do. Okay,
Mhm.
yep.
Yeah, contact me on Facebook.
Through Janet Muralt. Thank you. Folks, I'm going to be back in a minute. You're watching Down in Tina.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster, and we fell in love with the downtown area where the fountain is and the memorials and the flags and all this stuff. And we looked around and I said, there's our bank right there.
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town, or any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. The employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I've got Karla Perretta with me. She is a good friend of mine, and every now and again we will just be hanging out in one of our homes, and a story will come up that we have got to share, one or the other. And this is an evening I was visiting with Karla, and she goes, "Oh, have I told you about my North horror story?" And I go, "Your what?" And she tells me, "Oh, wait a minute," she says, and then she disappears in the house, and she comes back with a couple of items.
Yes.
She had spent, how much money had you spent online, Karla? Do you mind us saying
Oh, no,
this
yes,
now?
it's fine.
Okay.
$153.
$153 online shopping.
Yes.
I did some online shopping, and I'll explain and share my story with you about that when we get to some tips of what to do or what not to do when you decide that you're going to go online clothing or shoe shopping, right? This is what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, this is clothing nightmare.
Oh, I laughed so hard. I had tears in my eyes. She's able to have a sense of humor to laugh. Mm-hmm. But there's also a moment of where there, I'm sure, has been anger as a part of it.
Yes.
Because you spent $153.
Yes.
And it also costs money to return clothes when it's in a different
country that you've ordered it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
found that out.
So we're going to show you pictures throughout this segment, a couple of different ones of what the clothes should look like.
Yes.
And what she thought she was ordering. And this is why I have never been one, Karla, to buy clothes online. And now, through your experience, I know why. Now, if I have, that's where my tips and things will come in, and I'm gonna hold off on that one first. So, Karla, will you please share with us and my viewers your experience of is this first time ever online shopping for you?
First time really ordering like shirts and things like that. Like I've never really adventured too much to do that, but I was so caught by the beautiful pictures, and I'm like, oh.
Drew you in.
Oh, it sucked me right in. I mean, I'd seen it like 100 times in my Yahoo, and it's like basically they brainwashed me to finally, I went to the Nora Cora website. I was like, oh, those look beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look like amazing in that. And I was like filled with excitement. I write, I do my thing, I order my clothes, and then a month and a half goes by before I get the clothes. When they finally come, and I'm just gonna show you some of the little fun things I had. I prefer not to have underwear lace on my shirts. Now, I think that every woman can identify this kind of lace right here. So if you want to see this, this is a shirt that I promise you did not look like this. I had the impression that this was embroidered, and this is printed. It was literally hideous. This was a shirt that appeared to be more underwear lace. Everybody's seen that. That's grandma lace right there.
We love our grandmas. But
love my grandmas.
We're not ready to be there yet.
But I'm not ready to go there yet. This should be an undergarment lace, not something that we wear outside of our clothing. This looks like a bathing suit cover. And I mean, it might look better from a distance, but if you were to see it, the material is literally so thin you can see right through it. It's horrible. This is a sweater that I thought I was ordering. Now, it looks like a bit better from a distance, but when you see it up close, you realize that in fact it's not a sweater. It's actually a sweatshirt printed to appear like a sweater.
Is there actual stitching in this?
No, there is no stitching. There is a printed picture of stitching, but it looks like it's been stitched.
And this is I think this is actually my favorite of the pictures. That is the number one picture that does not look anything like the shirt. It looks gorgeous on the gal.
Yes, these are shorts. These are shorts that are literally so thin they look like a home ec project. I'm not kidding. Like someone learned how to sew And the quality, it's uneven. The stitching looks, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible.
And I really feel bad because you did purchase these items thinking that you were going to get something really, really nice. And this is one, because I try to be very, very positive with the show and stuff. But
right, we try to be positive.
We were laughing so hard.
I thought about ways of which I could recreate this. This looks like a muumuu. It does. And the color is horrible. And then, again, more underwear lace. They use lots of underwear lace.
Yeah. We aren't quite sure where it's made, right? We aren't sure, but we know that it was purchased and sent to you from another country. But there was one shirt, Karla knows I sew and do different things, that she actually said to me.
The arms aren't even the same length.
Can you please do something, which one? Do something with, I think it was this one.
This one, yes, that one.
She goes, I'd like to try to make a skirt out of it.
Can we do something with it?
I told her, I said, I'm just really, really surprised, and I was really shocked, and I feel bad because this is $153, and I think during the pandemic and stuff, folks are really trying to find other ways of shopping.
Right.
And even for myself, Karla, I did buy some things online, but this is what I call it very conservative shopping online, because I do not like to send things back. I don't like to ship things back. So I know of a store that is not near here. And so I did go online, but I already knew the brand I was looking for. And in that brand, I knew what size I could wear to that when I would get it in the mail, that it should already fit me. However, if I ever did need to take it back, it's a couple hours away. I think they have one of those stores down in Cincinnati. But I did buy a pair of shoes. So I do recommend it if you don't know what size in a certain brand of shoes. That's one of my tips. But
really, and
what do you suggest?
You should know what country it's coming from, honestly. This was
it really is very surprising.
Because it makes it very difficult to return it.
Yeah.
Because she was like, well, and which was not, and I'm just going to be honest, the response that I got was email was not in English. So I had a really hard time just understanding the whole process of how to return it because we couldn't communicate.
You weren't quite sure.
And then when she said I could return it, then they said, well, it's going to be really hard. It could be up to 4 to 5 months before you get a credit.
Oh my goodness. Of what, 50 some bucks?
Well, right. They only wanted to credit 10%. But if I send back the product, I was just not unsure that they would ever really get it, or they would say they didn't get it, and how am I going to do that when it's out of the country? And it would have cost me $60 to send it back. So then I would have been even adding insult to injury, because I was already irritated that I spent $153. What I really don't want to do is spend another $60 to get nothing. So I'm like, I don't care if I cut this up and use it as like kitchen cloth. I can use this as a bathing suit cover up. I mean, there's.
And we could actually take the lace off.
I could sleep in this.
Yeah.
I could give all of this away and I would feel better about the purchase.
It's really sad though, because you took your time and choosing something that you thought you were going to get. So
because what I realized is most of the pictures were all like airbrushed and edited. And so in fact, they really weren't real. It wasn't real what I was looking at.
What do you recommend for anybody who does enjoy going on and they find a new
I think if you know someone who's had a positive experience with an online shopper, because not all online,
tip.
If you know somebody who's had a good experience, my daughter's friends have had a good experience with the company called Shine.
Okay.
And it's been great. But I think just be wary, maybe try one thing, not a whole bunch of things.
That was my tip. Way to go, Karla.
So that's what I would tell you to do.
Yeah, buy one thing and see what your thoughts are on that.
Definitely look at the size charts to make sure that they match up, because I've noticed a lot of size charts they're not all the same. They're not uniform, especially if you're buying from out of the country.
Yeah, because I have another friend of mine that said the same thing. She got something that was
their body type, like different body types and stuff, and it does not line up.
Yes, yeah. So very, very, very good. So our tips are: be careful with what you buy and where you're getting it from. If you know somebody, ask around. That's what. Hey, social media. That's what it's about. Hey, have any of you out there ever bought anything from this? What's your review? I saw it on a refrigerator one time. Not that I was going to buy a refrigerator online, but on social media, it helped me to say, oh no, don't get this refrigerator. They're known for this. And I thought, oh, I'm so really, really glad that so I've only got a minute left.
Yes.
Wow. Time always flies when we're talking about important and fun things like that. I wanted to talk about the fall and the weather. So we're just going to briefly talk about the fall and the weather. This is my very favorite time of the year. Karla, is it your favorite time of the year or no?
I love
Not
it.
really?
I love the colors.
I love how they changed and the leaves change. And I didn't know this, but all year long, the trees and the leaves are working to change color in the fall. And also harvest used to be, it was called harvest before because for the moon. And now, of course, we've got the cities and the lights, and that kind of interferes with the farmers and the harvest moon for their late harvest.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know there's so many different neat and cool facts, but we don't really have a whole lot of time with that. So I want to thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Folks, when you do online shopping, just be really careful with what you get. And I say be smart about it and don't be afraid to ask questions. There is definitely nothing wrong with that. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. God bless. Good day.